What are you trying?
Keep talking. Point at the screen and look intelligent.
What is foreshadowing? My personal definition of foreshadowing is it's a tool. It is one of the many tools we use in writing. And it's a tool that we use to build suspense and even mislead our readers with the event through words, phrases, characters, plot, and the world. So there's no limitation to how you are applying it and using it. You can use it to immerse your readers. It can help drive your hook. It helps the growth of the story. It helps with building anticipation. So that kind of goes right there with the immersion and the hook. Like they're anticipating to see what happens next. And foreshadowing gives them that little carrot at the end of the stick to keep them going. So ways that I'm going to break this down, I'm breaking it into two halves. We're going to talk about the ways it's utilized, give you some examples so you kind of can visualize and capture what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to dive in what they do for you, how you can implement them in your writing. With your informative warning, you commonly see these in like monologues, prologues, the preface. There's that whole opening where they're like, this is a tragic tale. They tell you what's happening in the story. They tell you what kind of story and characters you're going to interact with. But you still read it. Even though they told you, they can tell you how it ends. It ends like Romeo and Juliet. We all know how that story ends from the very beginning. But we still go through with the story. But it makes you want to know exactly how bad does it get. Foreshadowing doesn't exactly have to be upfront and just tell us flat out. It can hint at stuff and leave them guessing. And like I said, that drives your hook. It drives them to immerse themselves and get anxious about the story and want to read on. Or mention something and it gets their attention and now they want to know why. And a good movie that does this technique of putting stuff in there from the get-go is the movie The Prestige. You'll have characters who are the voice of reason, characters who are throwing in what sounds like the voice of reason, and then the reader's going to have to decide which one of these characters is the one accurately foreshadowing what's to come. But you're building up anticipation, you're building up the anxiety. Think of the scary moment in a movie. You hear the music first before you know what's about to happen. All you know is that music comes on and something bad's going to happen. That's a type of foreshadowing that movies and games use all the time.
You ever hear opera?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna die.
Yeah. Each writer does it differently, and then when you read a couple of their books, you start to recognize that foreshadowing in their writing and their narrative. You're like, oh crap, last book I read, and the writing started taking this turn and tone. Something bad happened, or something awesome happened, or something amazing, or a breakthrough, or growth. How your characters interact with each other can also foreshadow how they interact with the world. So if your character makes it very obvious that he does not like this town, or this person, or this thing, we automatically know that anytime that comes up, there's going to be some sort of conflict. Or they're in love with this person. We know anything that happens with that person can sway how the plot and story unfolds. And of course, like we discussed, declaring and doing emphasis on certain elements in the world can also help foreshadow or shift or mislead the reader. Something to keep in mind is Chekhov's gun principle. It's something commonly referred to in the movie field, but basically his concept is, you mention a gun in the first act, by act 3 it should go off. If you've been playing any of the recent video games, Final Fantasy 15 just came out. It's a horribly tragic story, but it's fun to play. The main bad guy is a very special individual because he literally walks up and he's like, hey, you don't know me yet, but I'm going to be your worst enemy by the time you get through this. And then leaves. Like, I'm going to help build you up, and then I'm going to break you down.
He verbally says it?
Practically says it. Yeah, he practically says it. So, yes, that was like the best example I could get for you guys to show how a character can foreshadow himself if he really wanted to. And he's great because he's very charismatic and stuff about it. You know, a man of consequence. So, that concludes what I had to discuss.